First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Let's say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who we're learning this truth from. Peace and salutations to the Akim, the brothers on down, who are pushing this truth out in all sincerity and being diligent. I want to say shalom to the women and children, and we also want to say shalom to the confusion of faith Israelites and the Israelites that are scattered abroad. Shalom. Shalom. So today we're just going to be doing talking on 2nd Esdras chapter 15. We're going to bring out some scriptures related to prophecy. We're coming into that time where things are going to start heating up in the world. We just want to correlate that with the scriptures and bring out some wisdom. So you want to start?
All right. Behold, this is the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Break that down.
Right, so we as the children of Israel are commanded to speak in the ears of our people. It specifically says my people because it's talking about the children of Israel. So the children of Israel are the ones that we need to speak these prophecies to. Speak into the ears of my people the words of prophecy. To prophesy means to say before. It means to say through the scriptures, through the word of the Lord, we need to say the events that are going to take place in the future in this earth. And you can see a lot of them unfolding in the year 2020. Prophecy unfolding like crazy. Alright?
And cause them, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right, so, you know, cause them to be written in paper, meaning talking about this book that we're reading right here, you know, the Holy Scriptures, because these are written for our learning and for our time, okay, to edify us, that we may be quickened in the Spirit, okay, to give us the knowledge and understanding, which is going to be the stability of the times that we're living in today.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
So while we're out here prophesying on the highways and hedges and on the internet, which is the unicorn, we're not supposed to worry about the unbelief of these people out there. The word incredulity means unbelief.
And it also says, fear not the imaginations. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. So there's a lot of imaginations that are coming through in these last days. Things like your coronavirus, things like the
vaccine program,
vaccines, ultimately the chip that's going to come in.
That's
so
right.
these are serious imaginations that are against us in these last days.
That's right.
So as a man of faith, you're not supposed to fear these imaginations that are against you in the last days. All right, and we're going on to verse 4. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
So all you 2/3 out there that are prophesied to be destroyed amongst the children of Israel, 2/3 of our people, okay? It says that you people are classed as the unfaithful, okay? This is the reason why you are prophesied not to be spared for what's coming in this earth. And what it's saying is that all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So because of your unfaithfulness, the blood is gonna be on your own hands, because you didn't take heed to the words of the prophets.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
The sword that can go into this coronavirus, it can go into these martial law troops that are going to come down, start slaying Jake. All right, and then you got famine. You can see it all over the news. Slowly but surely, the shelves starting to get more empty. We've got a famine coming into the land. Okay, we're also going to have a famine of the word that's going to come soon. But pretty soon we're going to enter into that famine of bread. You can see it happening all over the world in different areas of the world randomly. You know, it's spreading. But it's all, you know, you got all these events, these natural disasters that are damaging crops. You got, you know, and a lot of it's orchestrated by Esau. But the Most High uses Esau as his sword to punish the wicked, man. To punish the wicked of our people and these heathen nations. And this is what's going to happen. You're going to see a shortage of bread coming soon.
Yeah, and you can see that as well. Like with a lot of the news articles now, starting to see it's talking about food shortages, like especially with this Brexit thing.
That's right.
You know, they need all kinds of permits and all this to get through the borders, whereas before they could just drive straight through. And now there's going to be a delay on food coming into that time with the lockdown as well.
Yeah,
you know,
and the thing with the island as well, you need constant food resupply.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that comes from the neighboring land masses around you, like Europe. You know, so if that gets cut off, you're looking at and one of the main things that can cut off trade like that is this coronavirus when it gets amped up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they can say, well, you know, due to this, we're stopping the free distribution of trade between nations.
Exactly,
you know?
and a lot of people would say, well, there's about 3 days worth of food in the supermarkets. But if you got like a situation like we had with the first lockdown, when people were panic buying, that food will go up in a day.
Yep.
You're looking at a day, 2 max.
Day supply, man. That's right.
For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And you can see that, you know, wickedness is everywhere, man. You got the music industry, you know, full of wickedness. I ain't even got to explain what type of wickedness is going on amongst the music industry. You got adrenochrome. You got these people, you know, selling children, and you got our food is defiled. You got rumored to have McDonald's selling human meat in their burgers, you know. You got all kind of wickedness, man. You know, you got homos running around here like they own the planet with all kind of rights, acting like they got the same struggle as us do, as so-called black people, Native Americans, and Hispanics. You know, we're going through the struggle, man, going through these curses, and these, you know, you got all kinds of things going on in this earth, man.
And it says here, their hurtful works are fulfilled. So you know they've done according to the wickedness of their hand all they can do. You know, so it'll only get more wicked. Like in the time of Noah, the people had come to the full extent of their wickedness.
Yep.
So where they couldn't go on no more, where the Lord wouldn't allow it to go on no more.
Yep.
Same as the time in Sodom and Gomorrah, the people had come to the full extent of their wickedness. So they couldn't, you know, because the Most High sets the bounds where
They cannot pass.
where they cannot pass.
That's right, man.
You know, so the bounds have been reached now. You know, people have been turned into, you know, I mean, forget the homosexual agenda. People have been turned into non-binary things. People are finished way out there. If you had to bring back an ancient man today and show him a modern day metrosexual man, he will ask you, what the hell is this before me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only you know what I mean? The only thing that will be on his mind is how do I put this to death?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How do I put this creature to death?
Yeah.
That's right, man. God.
All right.
Verse 7.
Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
You know, that's so basically what the Most High is saying is that he is not holding his tongue anymore. You know, everybody's here questioning whether there's a God or anything because they haven't been seeing any miraculous events happening in the earth. But the Most High is not going to hold his tongue anymore. He's fed up with this wickedness. Okay? Esau's at a peak of wickedness. He's almost achieved his agenda, okay, of this new world order. And, you know, the Most High is about to intervene before it goes too far, you know. It's all he's fallen into the Most High's plan, and it goes on to say that they wickedly exercise themselves. It says, "The righteous and innocent blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually." And the just are the men of the Lord that the Most High has set up in these end times, because He said He was going to send us teachers that were going to teach us, shepherds that are going to feed us. Okay, same thing. And these are the just, the souls of the just, that are crying day and night on the highways and hedges and prophesying and praying to the Lord to destroy this place. Okay? And this is the souls of the just complaining continually, man.
And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
God. So, you know, all you people out there voting for Black Lives Matter, voting for the less of the two evils, man. He's voting for two devils, one of the two devils to rule over you in Babylon, you know, aka America, man. You lot are, you know, you're doing the wrong thing. You're not relying on the Most High to intervene. But, you know, it says that the Most High will not suffer them. My people is led as a flock to the slaughter. You know, our people, meaning the Israelites, we're led as a flock to the slaughter, man. It's, you know, Esau's out to kill us. He's trying to kill us. He's focusing on you Jakes out there, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's trying to vaccinate you first. You're the guinea pig.
You see, and it says here, sorry, Salakia, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. What is that innocent blood? When you drink your water, that stuff is defiled, it's poison. When you eat your food, that stuff is defiled, it's poison. That's innocent blood, because a lot of people are dying through that industry. You know, the abortion clinics.
Yep.
How many people die of abortion?
That's right, man.
That's the innocent blood, which you know, and much more things than that.
That's right.
But that's part of that innocent blood, which is upon this world, which is upon this devil system, Esau's wicked devil system, and that is what the Most High is going to bring down. I'm not even going to say in due season, because you can see the unraveling of this society before your eyes right now, you know. And you can see he's putting it in the spirit of these nations to go at each other now with thermonuclear destruction.
That's right.
So that's what you got in this world right now.
So this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
That's talking about America, because America is known as spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt. Okay?
Right.
So the Most High is sending the plagues as before, as in ancient Egypt, you know? All the plagues that the Most High sent when He delivered us from the hand of Pharaoh the first time. And this is happening again on a spiritual level, you know, but the Most High is sending the same plagues He put in ancient Egypt to modern day Egypt, which is Babylon, you know, aka Babylon, man. You know, America. You know?
Like, look at the state of it, man. California's on fire.
That's right.
You know, pretty much the west coast all the way up to the Midlands of America is on fire. And there's like their crops and their corn and all that catching fire as well. So that's another blow to their food supply, just like in Egypt.
You got the rivers turning red randomly, you know.
Yeah.
You got hailstorms. You got locust swarms. You know, that's just to name a few. But there's so many plagues that are happening today in America mainly that happened in ancient Egypt.
Okay. So verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
That's right, man. You know, and Egypt, meaning America, is in a state of mourning today. You know, these people want their life to go back to normal. The Most High is smiting that place with a plague right now, man. Okay, and these devils can't stand it. But this is the end of their kingdom, man.
Yeah, that plague can go into the coronavirus, and maybe the coronavirus isn't it. Maybe there's worse plagues to come upon the earth still.
You know, these plagues ain't done. That's right.
And what does it say? And punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
Okay.
So those punishments can be a lot of things.
Yeah. Verse 13, They that they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation.
So basically, you see the farmers, you know, their crops are failing. You know, you got all kind of natural disasters that are happening, which are not really natural, it's of the Most High. But these disasters are happening, which are the part of the plagues that are destroying the crops and it's destroying the agriculture, you know. Agriculture is a major decline, which is also going to bring in that famine.
Okay, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
All right. Right now, you already see militia groups forming together with swords in their hands, which the modern day sword is the gun.
That's right.
So you already see people with them rifles in their hands. Even here in the UK, you got Antifa, you got Black Lives Matter, you got you got different
EDL,
different groups like EDL joining together, coming together. You know, so one people are rising up against another people through the worldwide as well, because you got a lot of down-pressed Israelites who ain't gonna take it no more. You got a lot of disgruntled Edomites who feel they've been badly done by two-time losers. You know, so this is what it's come to.
Yeah, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's right. So, you know, you got sedition among men. That means that, you know, you got squabbles between men, basically. You know, you got
all these protests and riots and uproars of the people, and everything is kicking off in the world.
And invading one another. This is happening on a small scale now, but it's going to happen really soon, on a major level, because of the lack of bread that's coming. You know, as we said earlier, we've got a major famine coming our way. You know, so people are going to start busting in mobs. They're going to start busting in each other's house and spoiling their goods, meaning taking all their stuff, you know, robbing them because of the lack of bread, is what it's saying. And it says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, because they're going to be above the law during them times. It's going to be like purge, real life purge on earth, man.
They're not even going to consider the law.
They're not going to consider the law. You know, you might not even have law enforcement around doing their job, man, because even the law enforcement things might be so bad in this earth that, you know, law enforcement can't even work.
But what happened, Salakia, what happened on the last London riots? The last London riots, the law enforcement weren't really on it like that.
That's right.
You know, they couldn't handle it like that. You know, so imagine if this is on like a countrywide scale, global scale.
That's it.
Because we've seen already with the coronavirus that things can go on a global scale real quick.
That's right.
Real fast as well, you know?
Even during the first lockdown, you had a lot of they were talking about defunding the police and all that, and you had them letting prisoners out of jail, and you know, everything was kind of upside down. But during the second lockdown, it could be even worse, man.
And that's that spirit that's on the earth right now. Defund the police, defund any form of authority, you know what I mean? Because what the people ultimately want to really get down. They want to get down and bring this chaos.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Probably cut it short after this.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Okay, I'm gonna quick break that down. It says, you know, because of their pride, you know, these devils are very proud, and all these heathen nations, and everybody that thinks that they're gonna, you know, they're gonna do things themselves and not lean upon the ways of the Most High. You know, it says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. So all this stuff that's going on right now, the city's being troubled by this coronavirus, these lockdowns and all this. You know, that's because of your pride, man. You're being punished. And it says, and their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay, so when people are spoiling your goods and breaking in your houses and wrecking your stuff, you know, people are going to be afraid. And this is a future prophecy, man. This is coming. When this famine hits, it's going to be all hell break loose on earth, man. And it says, a man will have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And you know, that's self-explanatory. And that's exactly what I just told you, you know. People are going to be, this is a future prophecy, man, and it's coming really soon. And you can see through the spirit that we're on the edge of that.
And there's nothing like hunger.
Exactly.
There's nothing like hunger to make a man do all type of stuff, you know?
Especially when your kids are crying because they're hungry. What man wouldn't do what he could to feed his kids? You know what I mean?
And you got even Alex Jones, man. He said publicly on television, on his show or whatever, you know, he said that, you know, let his daughter go hungry, he will eat his neighbors, man. And that's the spirit of Esau, man. He's a damn cannibal and an animal, man. You know, he's talking about, yeah, I eat my neighbors. If it comes to my daughter, I eat my neighbors. But this is gonna happen, man. People are gonna be eating their neighbors, man. If they rummaging through cupboards and stuff and ain't finding no food, they're gonna resort to eating animals. They're gonna resort to eating their own children. You know, even in North Korea, they're experiencing a famine, or they're expecting a famine, should I say? And what's that? Kim Jong-un, or whatever his name is, man. He's banned people from having pets or something like that, man. I saw that on the news. You know, because he's worried that people are going to be eating their own pets.
Should we wrap it up?
Anyway, it's getting a bit dark, you know. We left this lesson a bit late, but, you know, we just wanted to bring out a few scriptures in the spirit, since the spirit was on us, you know, before it got dark. So we're going to wrap it up there, man. We hope you lot were edified out there.
Yeah. So I want to say,
Hello,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.